Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's divided Congress and how it's holding everything up. The Republican House and the Republican Senate are having trouble with their attempt to use the budget reconciliation process to push Trump's agenda through. They're both pursuing different paths. The budget reconciliation process allows Republicans to push their agenda through with a simple majority, but it's a complicated process. Over in the House, they're chasing the One Big Beautiful Bill, which has proven to be hard to fashion because the various factions in the Republican Party have very different visions and very different ideas of what is most important. They also have very different ideas about which of Trump's promises are worth trying to keep. The various extreme factions are sticking to their contradictory positions, making it very hard for a consensus to develop. Now, as people find out more about the planned cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, and maybe even Medicare, the whole thing might be in jeopardy from Republicans who don't want to completely destroy the lives of many of their voters. In the Senate, they're pursuing a two-bill option. Different parts of Trump's agenda would go through at different times. Going off what we've seen so far, the Senate's version is less extreme and less harmful to the average voter. It also stands a pretty good chance of getting out of the chamber. For a while, Republicans on Capitol Hill have wanted Trump to weigh in. Well, he finally did, and seemed to throw his weight behind the House plan. It threw the political landscape into a loop for a few hours, until it seemed like Senate Majority Leader Thune was just like, whatever, we're still moving ahead. Trump then said the Senate's plan was okay as a backup plan, and everything is back to where it started. The House is currently on break this week, and the Senate is moving ahead. But there's another wrinkle. The budget blueprint has to make it through both chambers. If House Republicans, who, hypothetically speaking, are opposed to deficit increases, refuse to vote for the Senate plan, it causes issues. The Senate would probably try to run with the House plan if it ever gets out of the House. But there's a little doubt there too, as a number of senators have expressed concerns about various pieces of it. Now, here's the important part. This is just the budget blueprint. This is still just the first phase of the budget reconciliation process. The GOP is having a hard time getting the rough sketch together. It's probably going to be even harder once the actual numbers are there in black and white. Everybody is going to have to explain to their voters why they voted to cut their health care, which at this point seems to be a massive part of the planned cuts. Republicans are also going to have to deal with the fast approaching deadline to avoid a government shutdown. That deadline is less than a month away, and the top line numbers haven't even been agreed to. Again, that's the first phase. So it looks like we're headed toward either a government shutdown or a continuing resolution. This whole thing is complicated by Trump's DOGE disrupting government operations. The short version of this is that the country's finances are a mess right now, and there's no clear sign of when they'll be sorted out. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.